Okay, we're going to continue on in our Father's Word today. I want to go back to Joel 1, and we're going to talk about the 4 stages of the locust. Now, the first stage, the destroyers, symbolic and general. This is what Bullinger has to say about it. The destruction, literal and particular. That which is, the English of the verse is beautifully idiomatic, but 12 Hebrew words condense the whole. See below, the palmer worm. This is the name of the first of the 4 different stages of the locust. English, hairy caterpillar. It's the gnawer, the pupa stage, the locust. And then the Hebrew is the swarmer, the imago stage, cankerworm, Hebrew, yelik, the devourer, the caterpillar, the consumer, the larva stage. These 4 words show the completeness of the destroying agencies. The gnawer's remnant, the swarmer eats. The swarmer's remnant, the devourer eats. Devourer's remnant, the consumer eats. Now that's the 4 stages of the locust. And we got the locust army. That's Satan's army. The locust army is those people you can see, the descendants of Cain. You can see them on the 6 o'clock news every night. So they're out there, and they're real, and they're here. They're right here, the descendants of Cain, the locust army. Now we're going to pick back up in Joel chapter 2, verse 21. Fear not, O land, be glad and rejoice, for the Lord will do great things. Be not afraid, ye yeast of the field, for the pastures of the wilderness do spring. For the tree beareth her fruit, the fig tree and the vine do yield their strength. Be glad then, ye children of Zion, and rejoice in the Lord your God. For he hath given you the former rain moderately, and he will cause to come down for you the rain, the former rain, and the latter rain in the first month. And the floors shall be full of wheat, and the fat shall overflow with wine and oil. And I will restore to you the years that the locust hath eaten, the cankerworm, the caterpillar, and the palmer worm, my great army, which I sent among you. And ye shall eat in plenty, and be satisfied, and praise the name of the Lord your God, that hath dealt wondrously with you. And my people shall never be ashamed. And ye shall know that I am in the midst of Israel, that I am the Lord your God, and none else. And my people shall never be ashamed. And it shall come to pass afterwards, that I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy. Your old men shall dream dreams, and your young men shall see visions. And also upon the servants and upon the handmaids in those days will I pour out my spirit, and I will show wonders in the heavens and in the earth, blood and fire and pillars of smoke. The sun shall be turned into darkness, and the moon into blood, before the great and terrible day of the Lord come. And it shall come to pass that whosoever shall call on the name of the Lord shall be delivered. For in Mount Zion, in Jerusalem, shall be deliverance, as the Lord hath said, and in the remnant whom the Lord shall call. Now this is Joel chapter 3. For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, I will also gather all nations, and bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, and will plead with them there for my people, and for my heritage, Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations, and parted my land. And they have cast lots for my people, and have given a boy for a harlot, and sold a girl for wine, that they may drink. Yea, and what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon, and all the coast of Palestine? Will ye render me a recompense? And if ye recompense me swiftly and speedily, will I return your recompense upon your own head? Because you have taken my silver and my gold, and have carried into your temples my goodly, pleasant things. The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians, that ye might remove them far from this border. Behold, I will raise them out of the place whither you have sold them, and will return your recompense upon your own head. And I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hand of the children of Judah, and they shall sell them to the Sabaeans, to a people far off. For the Lord hath spoken it. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war, and wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords, and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. Assemble yourselves, and come, all you heathen, and gather yourselves together round about, till the cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. Let the heathen be awakened, and come up into the valley of Jehoshaphat. For there I will sit to judge all the heathen round about. Put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come, get you down, for the press is full. The fats overflow, for their wickedness is great. Multitudes, multitudes in the valley of decision. For the day of the Lord is near in the valley of decision. The sun and the moon shall be darkened, and the stars shall withdraw their shining. The Lord also will roar out of Zion, and utter his voice from Jerusalem, and the heavens and the earth shall shake. But the Lord will be the hope of his people, and the strength of the children of Israel. So shall ye know that I am the Lord your God, dwelling in Zion, my holy mountain. Then shall Jerusalem be holy, and there shall no strangers pass through her any more. And it shall come to pass in that day that the mountains shall drop down new wine, and the hills shall flow with milk, and all the rivers of Judah shall flow with the waters, and a fountain shall come forth of the house of the Lord, and shall water the valley of Shittim. Egypt shall be a desolation, and Edom shall be a desolate wilderness, for the violence against the children of Judah, because they have shed innocent blood in their land. But Judah shall dwell forever, and Jerusalem from generation to generation. For I will cleanse their blood that I have not cleansed, for the Lord dwelleth in Zion. Now that's the end of Joel. Now we're going to go to Amos. Now this is what Bullinger has to say about Amos. Amos corresponds to Hosea, the link between Jeroboam II, a native of Judah. He prophesied in Israel and against Israel. As Jeroboam II died in the 14th year of Uzziah, king of Judah, Amos was among the earliest of all prophets. The reference to Israel's religious history shows that the law and commandments were known, though not kept, but despised. That Israel was oppressive, impure, luxurious, idolatrous. That they had earlier prophets. That Israel alone knew that the true God. That Bethel and Gilgal had been places of transgression. The references of Israel's internal history shows that the nation has once been, that Joseph's history was well known, and that the high places of Israel were known, as was David. The reference to Israel's external history showed that Exodus was known, that the nation had wandered in the wilderness and were idolaters, and that the Amorites had been destroyed, that Gilead and Sodom